It's a great pleasure for me to congratulate Christian World Service on reaching its 70th birthday. CWS was one of the many organisations which formed in response to the need for reconstruction and recovery after the destruction of World War II. It was a response by Kiwis who wanted to provide practical help to rebuild the lives of those devastated by the catastrophe of the war. The creation of the modern United Nations, in whose service I am today, was another response. It was formed in the hope that future wars between nations could be prevented. Over the past 70 years, CWS has evolved to meet changing needs. In 2007, I visited a CWS program in Uganda, an initiative which was part of the Church of Uganda's response to HIV/AIDS. This was an example of CWS's distinctive model of partnership, working at the grassroots with vulnerable and marginalised people, and trusting the community to know what's needed and how best to make it happen. Such models of partnership are now accepted as good development practice and are at the heart of UNDP's work too. CWS was a pioneer in this partner-led approach. This month, the UN General Assembly will be launching the Sustainable Development Goals with the aim of eradicating extreme poverty by 2030. They build on the Millennium Development Goals, which are running their course at the end of the year. Broad and big partnerships are needed to meet the new SDGs, and CWS and NGOs around the world will play a vital role. Together, we must address the structural drivers of poverty, the unequal access to markets, the tax havens depriving countries of the tax they should be paid, war and conflict, poor governance and corruption, and low resilience to natural disasters, which with climate change loom ever larger as a threat. All of these blocks to global justice must be consistently challenged and overcome. CWS has always spoken out against injustice, globally and locally. It's always highlighted why poverty exists, including when that has put it at odds with governments of the day, and when its stance has not necessarily been popular with the general public. But over the past 70 years, hasn't CWS been proven to be on the right side of history? So I wish CWS all the best for the future. Sitting where I sit now, I know that there is a need for your work for many years to come. Regardless of whether the Sustainable Development Goals are achieved or not, the world will need champions to speak up for justice. And I'm confident that the voice of CWS will continue to be heard on behalf of all who suffer in poverty, from insecurity and oppression.